The whole idea of committing yourself to something and being faithful to it. Husbands and wives do that all the time. And so we do too. You're faithful to the commitment that you made, and you try to get better and better at it. So I keep praying for that. And I do love the whole idea of our prayer life together.
A lot of prayer, but you know, that's part of why we entered. We really wanted to be closer to God.
God is with us all the time. We're the ones who forget. And if we have a relationship with God, then pretty much we can do anything. And then that relationship hopefully will lead us into love, which is the basic commandment, love of God and love of neighbor.
What does it mean to have great love of God? You mean you embrace everything, and nothing is insignificant, and everything counts. I believe in the sacramentality of life, that everything is tinged with God. And whether it's eating lunch or listening to a boring speaker or listening to an inspiring speaker, everything is sacramental. You don't have to get tied up about it. You just need to let go and live it with your whole heart.
That's what we try to do every day.
I always told the Lord, I said, if I'm not doing the right thing, you have to do something to make a difference, you know, just like putting them on the spot, so to speak. So, but, you know, it's not that way. But
as a scientist, my God has pretty much just become love energy. I don't very often, once in a while, you know, if I need to climb on his lap, he's a good father. But I don't usually use an anthropocentric image. I just think of God as this strong attractor.
God speaks in so many ways. And just think of the interactions you've had with people. You know, if somebody treats you rudely, then you be aware of that. That really hurt you, and so you never want to do that to anybody else. There's a prayer that St. Ignatius used to say, is if you were only going to say one prayer a day, let it be the Examen. And at night, to look back over your day and say, where did I feel close to God? And then, where did I feel like I wasn't close to God? Maybe I went against what God might have wanted for me. And then to pray that the next day would be closer to God and keep going. That's what I would say to people. Notice, don't be unaware. Because, you know, sometimes I've been saying, I'm 79 and I'm just learning this. I probably could have learned it 52 years ago.
It starts out with a lot of obedience to rules and regulations.
I didn't mind the silence at all because it helped me to live in the presence of God all the time.
Gradually, you take on the concept of what do I really see religious life means. And then it deepens your spirituality, it deepens your relationship with God, and then it deepens how you respond to the needs of other people.
We followed rules and regulations, and we all sat together for meditation. But in a certain sense, we didn't have a deep spirituality. And I think what Vatican II did was to call us to that, to call us each to look at our relationship with God, to look at our relationship with each other. I had a particularly wonderful retreat during that period of time. It really gave me that sense of what I had always wanted, you know, to love God and to be in personal relationship with God, to really believe that that's why I was a sister. It was all about God.
I found in my earlier days that my attitude toward retreat was, oh, retreat time's coming, I have to find out where to go. And it isn't that way anymore. It's, when is retreat time coming? When can we get away for retreat? it's just a whole different ball game.
I find as I live my life, you know, as I face 70, you say every decade there's new questions. And everything seems fresh. It's always fresh. It's hard because everything that you spiritually, what happened in this decade doesn't fit anymore. And the society changes and the globe changes and then you have to do a shift, and that's hard. And that happens in the spiritual life.
The sacred time for me and the best is after I wake up in the morning. And that period of time I give to God each morning, reading the daily readings, thinking about what message is there in them for me today, and then a period of just quiet, trying not to have anything going through. And that's not always easy. But that's my attempt.